Yes, it's me, Tommy again, and this time I have here soundtrack Vinylnaut 2025 that was started by that vinyl channel. I was back in the day quite a much film freak and liked soundtracks and of course the movies, but now I haven't been in the films so much and not actively collecting any soundtracks, but let's go. Here's 13 tag questions and let's see what I can find for this tag. So let's go. Favorite soundtrack I bought 2024 could be this Sudden Impact and the best of Dirty Harry. So here's the theme and other music from Dirty Harry movies, not including the last one. This is early 80s US pressing if I remember right. So this have been just coming from TV here in Finland, these Dirty Harry movies. So excellent filmmaking and the soundtrack are wild back then. The last soundtrack you bought, I'm not sure, I think I bought Levottomat soundtrack, but not sure. But this suomalainen elokuvamusiikki, recordings from 43 to 45 is the series of, this is number 4 of the old film music. Music from the old films in Finland. Excellent listening if you are in that kind of music, and impossible to get those recordings elsewhere but only in this CD. Soundtrack that I have many copies. Somehow I have 2 copies of this Black Hole soundtrack from Disney movie early 80s. I think this was same year than Empire Strikes Back, and this was my favorite movie back then. I just rewatched this film a few weeks ago, and yes, it's a little bit dated, but this soundtrack is so dark. I haven't never heard any darker soundtrack than this one. Black Hole, and the music is by John Barry. Excellent soundtrack, and I still love the movie. Favorite movie genre and soundtrack from it? Actually, I don't know. Do I have any favorite film genres? Maybe old westerns. Of course, almost any type of film that is made in the 70s or before 70s. But when I was in the horror movies, my favorite genres were zombie and cannibal films, especially cannibal films, and here's Cannibal Holocaust soundtrack. Great music by Rich Ortolani. Special the theme song, excellent one, and a little bit strange electronic music. And in special case I have here theme song from this one, as presented by Slacker band Sillankorva. Teema-elokuvasta Kannibalin polttouhrit. That was the name of the film in Finland. Then score from my collection. I think this is the oldest one I had, that I have many years, since early 90s. Star Wars Return of the Jedi. I like to have Empire Strikes Back or Star Wars, the original one, but I have this one. This is the original German pressing of this film. My oldest soundtrack in my collection is this, The Graduate film, and this is 1968 pressing. I bought this because there's the song Sounds of Silence and Mrs. Robinson. This was the two reasons to buy it. And this is actually excellent film still with Dustin Hoffman. But little cracks and pops in this, even it's in good shape. I didn't remember what my records soundtracks are with color pressings, but I have here Vault of Horror, The Gates of Hell collection, so 3 Lucio Fulci zombie films, and this is excellent book type of release, but all these are in different crazy colors. Yes, green and black. Yes, orange and black, and lately it's purple and black. Maybe the films are better than this soundtrack, but this is super cool looking one. 70s soundtrack. I was thinking maybe Der Todesking, because there's the whole soundtrack is in the 70s, but I have here Nico Fidense music, Emanuele Igli Ultimati Cannibali. One song from that one, another from La Via della Prostituzione from 78 by Joe D'Amato. Both are Joe D'Amato films, and that is the Sweet Disco Funky, and that's ultimate crazy disco song. It's super good, but that's not bad. This Make Love on the Wing, and also disco type of music. Emanuele and the Last Cannibals, and I don't remember the La Via della Prostituzione English name for that film. But Laura Gemser, she was so lovely. My favorite artwork for ever in film is probably this Conan the Barbarian. This was when the artwork still rules. I think this is Frasetta's painting, if I remember right. But this is also absolutely my best soundtrack also. Conan the Barbarian. Cool poster art. The 90s soundtrack. I was looking at the Pulp Fiction, but I think I borrowed it to my doctor, so I have here Reservoir Dogs. This is not as good as the Pulp Fiction, but still there's catchy songs chosen by Tarantino. And when they made this one and the Pulp Fiction, it's really changed the game in the soundtracks business also. But this is not so good that I would like to buy a vinyl. Same the Pulp Fiction. Not so good that the vinyl is necessary. The CDs are OK for these. And then one, the original and remake, one of each. I take the first the original one. Night of the Living Dead. This is the 69 classic zombie film by George R. Romero. But this the soundtrack was first time released in the 80s. And this is the original pressing of that one. Excellent soundtrack, taken from the 50s movies mostly, I think. Really working soundtrack. This one. Night of the Living Dead, and this is one of my favorite films also. Then the remake. Actually, I don't have any remake films, but this Goblins Dawn of the Dead is kind of remake of the music, because the Romero used different music than Dario Argento cut in Europe, and this is the Goblin plays it, and this is actually recorded live when the film was playing here in Finland. I was seeing this one as a ticket, and this is also red record. Maybe there's the Zombie 2 theme is too many times repeated there, but anyway, great fun movie and fine soundtrack too. Bargain find. You still can do some bargain finds here in Finland, like this Cotton Comes to Harlem. I paid €2 of this. I always try to buy these Black Plantation soundtracks, even I haven't seen the film. Like this one, I haven't seen the film. Should be super film, because there's always some crazy funky stuff, like in this Cotton Comes to Harlem. It's more in soul type of music, but then Ed and the Digger in B.A. song, that's the killer one. So this is cheap to buy. Always try to buy these Black Rotation soundtracks. And the last one, show something not CD or vinyl as soundtrack. I have here Sex Pistols, Great Rock and Roll Swindle tape. I used to have this also on vinyl, but then I sold it and luckily found this tape. And of course I have that as singles. Those the best songs from this one. This is actually not very good as a wall, but then some songs are super. Sex Pistols, Great Rock and Roll Swindle. Yes, this was my soundtrack take. Nice to talk a little bit about movies, because my working history is from the movies. Anyway, Cheers you. Next time something else. Thanks, bye.